Hi Year 4, this is part 2 of Wednesday's maths lesson. So, first question for you is, what does equivalent mean? Pause the video, write down as many possible answers as you can think of, and then we'll come back together and we can talk about it. Okay, see you in a mo. Okay, welcome back. So what does equivalent mean? Now, equivalent means the same as something. Okay, you might have a different answer or you've worded it slightly differently, but it kind of just means the same. So, moving on to this slide. On here, I've got two fractions and they are equivalent fractions. So they are the same. Oops, I want that one to be an equal sign there. We normally put an equal sign between our equivalent fractions. So they look different. I've got a half and I've got 2/4. They look different, don't they? And you're thinking, well, how are they the same then if they look different? And they've got different numbers. So in the first one, I've got my cake and I've split it in half. So the blue bit, half of it is shaded. Now if I go to this cake above my 2/4, it's the same size cake, but I've split it into quarters. So it's all about those equal pieces. So I split it into quarters, into 4 equal pieces, and I've shaded in 2 of them. And if you look at it, it's exactly the same as a half. Okay, moving on to another one. Here I've got 1/3 and 2/6. So again, for my 1/3 fraction, my cake, I've split it into thirds. Okay, so it's normally my denominator that we split it into. So I split it into 3 equal pieces and we call those thirds. Then on my cake over here, circling with a cursor, same size cake, but I've split it into 6 equal pieces because my denominator is 6 and I need to split it into 6 equal pieces. So then I shade in 2 of them. And if you look at the shapes, they're exactly the same size. Okay. And then this one, I've got 3/5. So I've split this cake into 5 equal pieces. And then I've shaded in 3, which is what my numerator tells me. And then this one, if you look at it, they look exactly the same, don't they? But then this cake is split into tenths. And I want you to tell me, write down, you can't tell me, sorry, write down or tell an adult in your room what my numerator should be. So how many equal pieces have been shaded. Okay, give you a minute. Okay, I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there we go, perfect size. 6/10, and this is exactly the same amount as 3/5. Okay. Oh, here we go, I've got another one. I've got 1/3, and I've split my cake into thirds, so I've got 3 equal pieces. Then the one next to it, I've split this one into 12ths. Well done if you figured that out already. I want you to write down, tell an adult how many equal pieces in my 12ths have I shaded. Okay, well done if you said 4. So 1/3 is equivalent to 4/12. Okay, so this is your activity today. So on our home learning page, there is a PDF with your fraction wall. You can print it out or have it on your screen, and I want you to identify as many equivalent fractions as you can. And I will just quickly show you how to do this. So, I'm hoping my snipping tool works. Nope, I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, what I would do is I would just put a little bar in. I've got quarters there. So I'm going to see if there's any equivalent fractions to 1/4. And if you can see where my cursor is, there's a little white line, and I'm going to just drag it down, and I'm going halfway through some of the fractions, so they're not equivalent. Oh, then it matches here. And then I've got 2/8 here. So what you would do, bear with me on this one, is you will draw out your bars. Okay, we'll draw out 2 bars. Okay, don't have to be equal in size. Let's make it a tad bit bigger. And basically this bar is just your 1/4. I'm just going to do it on a slant so it fits in. And this bar is split in half, and on one side you've got 1/8, like that, and then you've got another 1/8 there. So it would look like that. And then what I want you to do, so you draw out your bars showing the equivalent, and then I want you to actually write it out. So it'd be 1/4 equals, I haven't just got 1/8, I've got 2/8. So my numerator would be 2, my denominator will be 8, like so. So 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. So that's what I want you to do today. Just go through, try and match them up. They need to be equal. Okay, so another example would be if I go into my half, I'm just going to follow my little arrow down, the line down, sorry, and I can see that 2/4 match with it. It doesn't match with any fifths because it goes straight through the middle of a fifth. Oh, then I've got 3/6 here. I'm going to carry on going down, doesn't go through a 7th, 8th, doesn't go through a 9th, but it matches nicely with a 10. You might recognise that with a half, the numbers might be all even. Maybe you can do some investigating. So give that a go today, and then tomorrow we will continue looking at equivalent fractions, where I'll explain sort of the multiplication, the division side of it, and there'll be a worksheet for you to complete. Okay, so enjoy the maths lesson today, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.